Hi there, welcome to this channel. I'm going to show you today an update that we've just introduced to the server monitor window. My name's Phil Binks and I want to just show you one of the new features so that you can find out a little bit more information about your pressSIGN installation. This is relevant to pressSIGN Pro and GPM users. So let's get straight into it without any further ado. So go into your applications folder and you'll find that pressSIGN is always and always has been in a folder of its own. So double click that folder to open that up and you'll see the various pressSIGN versions and installation features there. So as I scroll around here, you can see that we have pressSIGN, the pressSIGN 10 main client and server window. We also have the license server and a variety of other elements regarding the database. But there's an application called the Server Monitor app. And the Server Monitor app is one that you may never have used, but it does allow you to check to see whether your database, license server and synchronization server are running. It's always been there. If you double click that, then it will open up this window. Let me just move that out of the way for the moment, and I'll do the same with this one and that, just to clear the way. So what you now see is the server monitor window, which says for me localhost. So I'm running this server on my local Mac, so that's why it's got localhost. If you have it on a networked server somewhere, you'll have the IP address listed at the top. So it actually confirms that just here. In the next dialog box, you've got the port number, which is usually 5432 for this, and whether you're using service sockets layer or whether that's actually required for your security. In most installations that's off, but you may want to have it on. Next to that, on the left hand side, we have the license server. So that should be green. That shows that your GPM is synchronizing with the license server online to ensure that you're running a current version. Next to that, you're shown which exact version of pressSIGN is currently running. And if you do click this little pen icon, that brings up the data that I've just dragged out, but I'll drag it into the screen now. It tells you what your latest version are and the updates that are included within that update. And you'll see that I'm telling you that the server monitor can now show activation codes, etc. So I thought I'd show you that element. However, let's go back straight to the database, the data server here, the server monitor. It shows that the database server is running. So if you have trouble launching pressSIGN, go to the server monitor app and you'll be able to launch it and see whether these are green. If these are green, then you're good to go. If they're red, then there may be some sort of problem in the connection to the database server. That may be a network problem or some other reason that it's not able to connect with the database server. It may even not be running and you might have to restart the server. Synchronization server is for GPM clients, where you are able to synchronize your data with another GPM client. So you might have a customer that is sending you, let's say, spot colors or target standards. Those kind of things you can synchronize over a network if you have a synchronization server with the GPM, the Global Print Management version. It's also fantastic if you are a multi-site printer and you want to be able to share data between different sites. So the sync server being on or off, you can turn it on or off here with a little checkbox. The new area is the logged in users area, and this area is going to show you the activation code that's already working with your pressSIGN. So here's a great way to find the existing activation codes that are working on your system. It tells you the expiry date, what the level is, whether it's a pro or a trends account, and how many licenses you can have on that activation code. You can have multiple licenses on a single activation code. So, you might have 1 or 10 or even 20 activation licenses working. Usually, of course, a pro account is working for a press, but it might be working in a pre-press department. Trends accounts would be for color managers and people who want to set up jobs. Again, a pre-press scenario might be using that instead. And the username is shown here. Finally, just to clarify a few things for you in the maintenance box, this is just grayed a little bit differently, but in the maintenance box it says you can delete jobs older than a certain age. So 2 years I think is the default, but you can enter any number, and this will mean that pressSIGN will automatically delete jobs within the database that are of a certain age. That keeps your database nice and clean, because it's possible that you don't care about jobs that were run 2 years ago and seeing the data related to those. You can set pressSIGN to do automatic daily, weekly or monthly backups with this little tick box, and you can tell it what time during the day that you want that to happen. So this is a drop down menu. I've got midday listed here. So it says my next scheduled backup is a particular day, i.e. tomorrow at a certain time. And then you have the address that the backups will be going to. You can browse for a new address if you want to send your backups to a different area. Finally, the backup button does not back up automatically. Backup just simply seems to set the system to back up at a particular time, but you might see here that it's changed the date that the backup will happen. So what it does is it looks at the same day that you've clicked the backup button, but sets a predetermined time here. So long as this time is after you've clicked the backup, then it will set that time as the new backup time. Finally, what you'd need to do is click the update button. It says please click on update to update any configuration, and that means if you've changed anything here, like the delete older jobs or anything like that, you need to click up update for pressSIGN to then ask you what your pressSIGN username is and your pressSIGN password. So I'll enter that, and that data is all set now, so I will get an automatic backup at that particular time today for me. Okay, so I hope that's useful for you. We can then just simply close that down, and it says, do you want to stop monitoring the local host? You can say yes, because it won't affect the way that pressSIGN is running for you. So I hope that's been of use to you, and if you want to know more, please take a look at the other videos in this channel or contact me. I'm Phil Binks from Bodoni North America, and I look forward to speaking to you in the near future. Take care for now. Bye.